I died the moment I said yes to him. Those were the words I whispered to myself in the mirror, wearing a dress I couldn't afford, about to walk into a room full of people who'd never wanted me there. My name is Josie Miller. I'm 22 years old, and I made a deal with the most dangerous man in the city, just to survive one night. This is how it all fell apart, and how it all came together. Before we begin, I need to know something. Are you watching this alone? Late at night? During your lunch break? Drop a comment in the comment tab and tell me where you're watching from. Because this story, it's going to take you somewhere. And I want to know where it finds you. Now, let me take you back to where it started. 3 weeks before the graduation gala that would change everything, the neon sign outside Rick's diner flickered the same way it had for 6 years. On, off, on, off. I stood behind the counter, wiping down the same sticky spot for the third time, watching the clock. 15 minutes until closing. 15 minutes until I could count my tips and maybe, just maybe, have enough for this month's rent. The bell above the door chimed. I didn't look up at first. Late-night customers were usually truckers or insomniacs. They wanted coffee, eggs, and silence. I could do all three. But when I finally lifted my head, the words died in my throat. The man standing in the doorway didn't belong here. His suit probably cost more than my car. Dark. Perfectly tailored. The kind of clothes you see in magazines, not in a diner where the floor tiles were cracked and the coffee was always slightly burned. But it wasn't the suit that made my heart skip. It was his eyes. Cold. Gray. Like storm clouds before lightning strikes. He looked at me the way a wolf looks at something small in the woods. Curious. Patient. Dangerous. We're about to close, I said, and my voice came out smaller than I wanted. I only need 5 minutes. His voice was deep. Calm. The kind of calm that made you nervous because you knew it hid something underneath. He walked to the counter, sat down, folded his hands. I grabbed the coffee pot, even though my hands were shaking. What can I get you? Information. I poured the coffee, anyway. Anything to keep my hands busy. Wrong place. We serve food here, not answers. The corner of his mouth lifted. Not quite a smile. Something sharper. You're Josephine Miller. Graduated top of your class from Hillcrest Community College. You work 3 jobs. You send money to your mother in Kansas every month. And 3 weeks from now, you're supposed to attend the Chancellor's graduation gala at the Grand Belmont Hotel. The coffee pot slipped. I caught it just before it hit the counter, but coffee splashed everywhere. My apron. The counter. His sleeve. I'm sorry, I grabbed a rag, reaching for his arm. He caught my wrist. Not hard, but firm enough that I froze. How do you know all that? I whispered. He released me, pulled a napkin from the dispenser, and wiped his sleeve like nothing had happened. I make it my business to know things. Who are you? My name is Vincent Morrow. He said it like I should recognize it. I didn't, but something in the way he said it made my stomach drop. I need something from you, Miss Miller. He took a sip of coffee. Didn't even flinch at how bad it was. And in return, I'll give you something you need. I don't need anything from you. Yes, you do. He reached into his jacket. I stepped back. He pulled out a folded piece of paper, set it on the counter between us. I didn't want to touch it, but curiosity is a cruel thing. I unfolded it. It was a bill. Medical. From Mercy General Hospital in Kansas. My mother's name was at the top. The amount at the bottom made my vision blur. $63,000. How did you? The surgery she needs? Vincent said quietly. The one the insurance won't cover? The one that has to happen in the next 2 months, or she won't see Christmas. My throat closed. I can make that bill disappear. He slid another paper across the counter. A check. Already written. Already signed. $100,000. What do you want? I could barely hear my own voice. One evening. The Chancellor's Gala. You'll attend as my guest. I stared at him. That's it? You're offering me $100,000 to be your date to a party? Yes. Why? He stood, buttoned his jacket. Because I need someone no one will recognize. Someone who won't draw attention. Someone ordinary. The word hit like a slap. Ordinary. He wasn't wrong. But it still hurt. What's really going on? I asked. That's not your concern. Then the answer is no. I pushed the check back toward him. He didn't touch it. Just looked at me with those gray eyes that saw too much. Your mother's surgery is scheduled for January 14th. Today is November 19th. You have 56 days. Your savings account has $1,200. You make roughly $2,000 a month across all 3 jobs. Even if you didn't eat, didn't pay rent, didn't breathe, you'd never make it in time. Each word was a nail in a coffin. You're a fighter, Miss Miller. I respect that. But you're fighting a war you can't win. He straightened his cuffs. I'm offering you a way to win. One night. A few hours. And your mother lives. He walked toward the door. Wait. He stopped. Didn't turn around. Why me? I asked. There are thousands of women in this city. Why come to a diner at midnight and offer some nobody waitress $100,000? Now he turned. And for the first time, I saw something in his expression. Something almost human. Because everyone in my world wears a mask. I need someone who doesn't know how. The bell chimed as he opened the door. You have 48 hours to decide. If you agree, be at this address at 6 p.m. on Thursday. He placed a business card on the counter. And then he was gone, that I couldn't sleep. I sat on my apartment floor. Calling it an apartment was generous. It was a studio with a hot plate and a bathroom the size of a closet, staring at the business card. The medical bill. The check. My phone buzzed. Mom's name lit up the screen. My chest tightened. She never called this late unless something was wrong. Mom? Josie, sweetheart, I'm sorry to call so late. Her voice was tired. So tired. I just got off the phone with the hospital. They're saying if I can't pay the deposit by December 1st, they'll have to cancel the surgery and put me back on the waiting list. The waiting list. Where people went to die slowly. How much is the deposit? I already knew. But I had to hear her say it. 20,000. But honey, don't you worry about it. God will provide. He always does. God hadn't provided for 6 years. Not since Dad died. Not since the factory closed. Not since Mom got sick and I had to drop out of university to work. Mom, listen to me. I'm going to take care of it. Josie, no. You've done enough. You send me money every month, I mean it. I'm going to handle this. Silence on the other end. Then, quietly. How? I looked at the check on my floor. $100,000. I got a bonus at work. I lied. A big one. I'm going to wire you the money tomorrow. Josie Marie Miller, you tell me the truth right now. What's going on? Mom, I promise. Everything's fine. Just trust me. Okay. Another pause. I love you, baby girl. I love you too, Mom. I hung up, picked up the business card, and before I could talk myself out of it, I dialed the number. He answered on the first ring, like he'd been waiting. Miss Miller. I'll do it, I said. I'll go with you to the gala. Smart choice. But I have conditions. A low sound. Almost a laugh. Go on. I want the money wired directly to the hospital. Not to me. To them. For my mother's surgery. Done. And I want to know what I'm walking into. You don't have to tell me everything, but I need to know enough to not look like an idiot. Silence. Then, Thursday, 6 p.m. The address on the card. We'll talk then. One more thing. Yes. If this gets me killed, I'm haunting you. This time, he did laugh. Low and dark and real. I'll see you Thursday, Josie. He hung up. I sat there in the dark, holding my phone, wondering what I'd just agreed to, and why part of me was terrified, and why another part of me couldn't wait for Thursday to come. The address led me to a building downtown I'd walked past 100 times but never really looked at. It looked abandoned. Windows dark. Old brick. The kind of place you walk past quickly at night. But the door was unlocked. Inside, everything changed. Marble floors. Chandeliers. Art on the walls that probably cost more than my life. A woman in a black suit stood waiting. Miss Miller? I nodded. Follow me. We walked down a hallway that seemed to stretch forever. Our footsteps echoed. She didn't speak, didn't look back. She stopped at a set of double doors, knocked twice. "Come in." Vincent's voice from inside. She opened the door and gestured for me to enter. The room was an office, but not like any office I'd ever seen. One wall was entirely glass, overlooking the city. The lights below looked like stars. Vincent stood by the window, hands in his pockets, staring out. He didn't turn when I entered. "Close the door behind you." I did. "Are you afraid of me, Josie?" The question caught me off guard. Should I be? Most people are. I'm not most people. Now, he turned, and something in his expression had changed. The coldness was still there, but underneath, something else. "No," he said softly. "You're not." He gestured to a chair. "Sit. We need to talk." I sat. He remained standing. "What do you know about the Chancellor's Gala?" "It's fancy. Rich people. Scholarships. Donors. The mayor usually shows up." "Do you know why you were invited?" "I got the Northwood Scholarship. Top academic achievement. They invite all the scholarship recipients. And you weren't going to attend." It wasn't a question. I couldn't afford a dress, I admitted. Or a ticket. The invitation said one guest. But guests have to pay $300. I could barely afford my own ticket before they waived it. Vincent walked to his desk, opened a drawer, pulled out a folder. He set it in front of me. "Open it." Inside were photos. Lots of them. Men in suits. Some I recognized from the news. Politicians. Business owners. "The gala isn't just a party," Vincent said. "It's a meeting ground. People make deals. Exchange information. Move money." "Why are you telling me this?" "Because one of the men in those photos has something I need. And I need to get close enough to take it." My heart started pounding. "Take it? You mean steal?" "I mean reclaim what was stolen from me first." He pulled out one photo. A man. Maybe 60. Silver hair. Kind face. The kind of face you trust. Senator Richard Holbrook. On the surface, he's a champion of education reform. Donated millions to schools. Beloved by the public. And underneath? Vincent's jaw tightened. Underneath, he's the man who murdered my brother. The room went silent. 3 years ago, Vincent continued, his voice flat, my younger brother, Thomas, was an investigative journalist. He uncovered evidence that Senator Holbrook was embezzling funds from education grants. Millions of dollars meant for schools going into offshore accounts. Thomas was going to publish the story. What happened? His car went off a bridge 2 days before the story ran. The police called it an accident. Faulty brakes. But you don't believe that. I know it wasn't an accident, because I found the mechanic who was paid to cut the brake line. He told me everything before he disappeared. I felt cold. Why are you telling me this? Because I need you to understand what you're walking into. The senator will be at the gala. He keeps a USB drive on him at all times. Evidence. Insurance. Names, dates, transactions. Everything. I need that drive. So you're using me as a distraction. I'm using you as cover. There's a difference. I stood up. I'm not a criminal. Neither am I. His eyes locked on mine. I'm a man who wants justice for his brother. The law won't give it to me, so I'll take it myself. And if we get caught, we won't. How can you be so sure? He stepped closer, close enough that I could see the faint scar on his jawline. Close enough that I could smell his cologne, something expensive and dangerous. Because I've been planning this for 3 years. Every detail, every angle. And I'm very good at what I do. Which is, he smiled. But it wasn't a happy smile. I'm the man people call when they need problems to disappear. I'm the shadow in the corner. The name you whisper when you want something done quietly. The kind of man your mother warned you about. A criminal, I said. A fixer, he corrected. There's a difference. Not really. Perhaps. He walked back to the window. But the senator is worse. He hides behind charity and smiles and good press. At least I'm honest about what I am. I should have walked out. Should have tore up the check and gone back to my diner and figured something else out. But I thought about Mom, about the surgery, about the deposit due in 12 days. What do you need me to do? I heard myself ask. Vincent turned, and for the first time, he looked at me like I was more than ordinary, like I was someone who mattered. Be yourself, he said. Wear a beautiful dress. Smile. Dance. Let people see you with me. While everyone's watching you, no one will be watching him. And that's it. That's it. I took a breath. If I do this, and if it goes wrong, you protect me. That's the deal. I give you my word. Your word? I don't even know you. Then let me be very clear. Josie Miller. He walked back to me, stood close enough that I had to tilt my head to look up at him. I don't give my word lightly. And when I do, I keep it. You'll be safe. I promise you that. Something in his voice made me believe him, which was probably stupid, but I nodded anyway. Okay. Good. He opened a cabinet, pulled out a garment bag. This is for you. What is it? A dress. For the gala. I took the bag. It was heavy. You bought me a dress? I had it made. You don't even know my size. I know everything about you, Josie. Your size. Your shoe size. Your favorite color. The fact that you haven't bought yourself anything new in 2 years because every spare dollar goes to your mother. It should have been creepy. But instead, it felt like someone had finally seen me. Really seen me. Thank you, I whispered. The gala is November 30th. We leave at 6 p.m. I'll send a car for you. I nodded, started for the door. Josie. I stopped, looked back. You asked if you should be afraid of me. His expression was unreadable. The answer is yes, but not for the reasons you think. I hung the garment bag in my apartment and stared at it for 3 days before I finally opened it. When I did, I stopped breathing. The dress was midnight blue. Simple. Elegant. The kind of thing Audrey Hepburn would wear. It looked like water. Like the sky just before the stars come out. It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. There was a note pinned to the hanger. You were never ordinary. You just needed someone to show you. No signature. But I knew who it was from. I tried on the dress. It fit perfectly. Like it had been made for my body and only my body. For the first time in years, I looked in the mirror and didn't see a tired waitress. I saw someone else. Someone who could walk into a room of powerful people and belong. My phone rang. Unknown number. Hello. It's me. Vincent's voice. Does the dress fit? How did you? I know everything, remember? Despite everything, I smiled. It's perfect. Good. We need to go over the plan. Now. Unless you're busy. I looked around my empty apartment. Where? I'll send a car. 20 minutes. Vincent. Yes. Thank you. For the dress. Silence on the other end. Then, so quiet I almost missed it. You're welcome. The car picked me up 20 minutes later. But it didn't take me to Vincent's office. It took me to a mansion on the edge of the city, surrounded by trees and walls and gates that opened by themselves. The driver opened my door. Mr. Morrow is waiting inside. I walked up the steps. The front door opened before I could knock. Vincent stood there in a simple black shirt and dark pants. No suit. No armor. He looked human. Come in. I followed him through rooms filled with expensive things that felt empty. Like a museum. Like no one actually lived here. We ended up in a library. Books everywhere. A fire crackling in the fireplace. Sit. I sat on the couch. He poured 2 glasses of wine. Handed me one. I thought we were going over the plan, I said. We are. He sat across from me. But first, I need to know something. What? Why did you really say yes? And don't tell me it was just the money. I took a sip of wine. Bought myself time. Because I'm tired, I finally said. I'm tired of being invisible. Of working 3 jobs and still drowning. Of watching everyone around me have lives while I just exist. For one night, I want to be someone else. Someone important. Someone who matters. Vincent watched me, with those storm cloud eyes. You already matter, Josie. Not to anyone but my mother. You matter to me. The words hung in the air between us. My heart did something strange in my chest. You don't even know me, I whispered. I know you work 60-hour weeks and never complain. I know you tip the homeless man outside your diner, even though you can barely afford your own meals. I know you read poetry on your lunch breaks, and you think no one notices. I know you dream of finishing your degree and teaching literature. I know. Stop. My voice cracked. Please stop. Why? Because no one's ever paid attention to me like that. And it's too much. He set down his wine glass, leaned forward. Get used to it. The fire crackled. The moment stretched. And then the lights went out. Every light in the house. Sudden. Complete darkness. Vincent. My voice shook. I heard him move. Fast. Felt his hand grip my wrist. Don't move. Don't speak. What's happening? Someone cut the power. Who? But before he could answer, I heard it. Glass breaking. Footsteps. Multiple sets. Coming from every direction. Vincent pulled me close. His mouth next to my ear. Whatever happens next, stay behind me. Do you understand? Vincent, I'm scared. I know. But I promised I'd keep you safe. The library door burst open. Men in black. Wearing masks. Carrying guns. And the first one pointed his weapon directly at me. Vincent Morrow, a voice said from the darkness. You have something that belongs to us. And we're going to take it back. Starting with her. Comment below. Where are you watching from right now? Don't just scroll past. I need to know this story reached you. Everything happened in slow motion and too fast at the same time. Vincent moved like water. Like violence had a rhythm and he knew every beat. He shoved me behind the couch. I hit the floor hard. Heard him say one word. Stay. Then chaos. I couldn't see much from where I was hiding. Just shadows. Movement. The sound of bodies hitting furniture. A gunshot. I screamed. Josie, stay down. Vincent's voice. Rough. Commanding. More sounds. Grunting. Something breaking. Then silence. My heart hammered so hard, I thought it would break my ribs. Footsteps approached. I pressed myself flatter against the floor. A hand reached down. I almost screamed again. But it was Vincent's hand. I recognized the watch. The scar on his knuckles I'd noticed earlier. It's over. You can come out. I took his hand. Let him pull me up. The lights flickered back on. 4 men lay on the floor. Unconscious. Not dead. I could see them breathing, but definitely not getting up anytime soon. Vincent had a cut on his cheek. Blood dripped down his jaw. Are you hurt? He cupped my face, turning it side to side, checking for injuries. I'm fine. You're bleeding. It's nothing. He let go of me, pulled out his phone, dialed. Marcus. I need a cleanup crew at the house. For hostels. No, she's fine. Yes. 20 minutes. He hung up, looked at me. I need to get you somewhere safe. What just happened? Who were they? The senator's men. My blood went cold. He knows? About the gala? About the plan? No. This is about something else. Something older. Vincent wiped the blood from his face. But it means things just got more complicated. Complicated? Vincent, they had guns. They were going to. But they didn't. Because I was here. What if you weren't? What if? He grabbed my shoulders. Not hard, but firm enough to make me stop spiraling. Look at me. I did. I won't let anything happen to you. Each word was a promise. Do you believe me? I should have said no. Should have walked away from this whole mess. But I looked into his eyes and saw something I didn't expect. Fear. Not for himself. For me. Yes, I whispered. I believe you. Something shifted in his expression. Relief, maybe. Or something deeper. Good. He released me. Pack a bag. You're staying here until the gala. What? No. I have work. I have I'll handle it. Call your jobs. Tell them you're sick. Tell them anything. But you're not going back to that apartment. Not until this is over. Vincent. They know who you are now, Josie. They know you're connected to me. That apartment isn't safe anymore. The reality of what he was saying hit me. I'd walked into something I didn't understand. Something dangerous. And now I couldn't walk back out. Okay, I said quietly. I'll stay. Vincent gave me a bedroom on the second floor. It was bigger than my entire apartment. I couldn't sleep. Every sound made me jump. Every shadow looked like a threat. At 2 a.m., I gave up and went downstairs. Vincent was in the kitchen, coffee mug in hand, staring out the window at the dark garden. Can't sleep? He asked without turning around. How did you know I was here? I always know where you are. It should have sounded creepy, but somehow it felt safe. I walked to the counter. Is there more coffee? He poured me a cup, slid it across to me. We stood in silence for a while. Can I ask you something? I finally said, yes. Earlier, you said this was about something older, not the senator. What did you mean? Vincent's jaw tightened. My family has a complicated history. Complicated how? He took a long sip of coffee, set the mug down, turned to face me. My father was, let's call him a businessman. He controlled certain operations in the city. Gambling, protection, import-export, the mafia, I said softly. That's the word people use. Yes. And you? I walked away. 5 years ago, when Thomas died, I realized my father's world had poisoned everything, including my brother. So I left, built something different, something legitimate. But the old enemies didn't forget. No, they didn't. The men tonight, they work for someone who wants me back. Or dead. He's not particular. Who? His name is Constantine Vega. He took over my father's territory when I left. But he's paranoid. Thinks I'll come back. Take what he stole. Will you? Vincent smiled. But it was a sad smile. No. I'm done with that life. But he doesn't believe me. So he sends his men. Tests me. Tries to pull me back in. By threatening people close to you. Yes. I set down my coffee. I should leave. Go back to my apartment. Get out of your life before. No. His hand caught mine. You don't understand. The moment you agreed to help me, you became part of this. Leaving won't keep you safe. It'll do the opposite. So what do? You trust me. You stay here. And in 10 days, we go to that gala. We get the evidence against the senator. And then this ends. How does it end? With the senator in prison. And Constantine realizing I'm not a threat. And me. His thumb brushed across my knuckles. So gentle it made my chest ache. You go back to your life. You finish school. You become the teacher you're supposed to be. And you forget this ever happened. What if I don't want to forget? The words came out before I could stop them. Vincent's eyes locked on mine. The kitchen suddenly felt very small. Josie, I know this is temporary. I know you're just using me. That's the deal. But I'm not using you. You said. I said a lot of things. I was wrong. He stepped closer. You were supposed to be ordinary. Forgettable. Someone I could use and never think about again. My heart stuttered. And now you're the last thing I think about before I sleep, and the first thing I think about when I wake up. Now I'm terrified something will happen to you, because you're in my world. Now I look at you, and I see. What? Everything I can't have. The confession hung between us like a storm about to break. Why can't you have it? I whispered. Because my world destroys beautiful things. And you're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. He cupped my face. His thumb brushed my cheek. And for one heartbeat, I thought he might kiss me. But he didn't. He stepped back. Cleared his throat. You should get some sleep. Tomorrow, we start preparing for the gala. He walked away. Left me standing in the kitchen. Heart racing. Knowing I was falling for a man I could never have. A man who lived in shadows. A man who would break my heart. And not caring at all, the next week passed in a blur. Vincent trained me, taught me how to walk into a room and command it, how to talk to powerful people, how to smile and deflect questions. "You're not a waitress anymore," he'd say. "You're my date, my equal. Act like it." We practiced dancing in the empty ballroom, his hand on my waist, my hand on his shoulder. "You're stiff," he murmured. "Relax. I don't know how to do this. I've never. Just follow my lead." He pulled me closer, guided me through the steps. Slow, patient. His eyes never left mine. "Better," he said softly. "I'm stepping on your feet. I don't mind." The music played. Something old. Something slow. We moved together like we'd been doing this for years. Like we'd been made to fit. "Josie." "Yeah. When this is over." He hesitated. "Never mind. Tell me." "It's not fair to you." "Tell me anyway." He stopped dancing, kept holding me. "When this is over, I'm going to disappear for a while. Leave the city. Let things cool down with Constantine." My stomach dropped. "For how long?" "I don't know. Months. Maybe longer." "Oh, you'll be safe. I'll make sure of it. But I can't stay in your life, Josie. It's too dangerous." I pulled away. "So that's it? You train me, use me, then leave." "I'm not using you." "Then what are you doing?" "I'm trying not to fall in love with you." The words exploded out of him. Raw, honest. "Because if I do, when I do, I won't be able to walk away. And I have to walk away. For your sake." I stared at him. "Too late," I whispered. "What?" "It's too late. I'm already falling. And I don't care about the danger or your past or any of it. I just care about you." "Josie, don't." I kissed him. Just stepped forward and pressed my lips to his because I was tired of being scared and small and invisible. For 1 second, he froze. Then he kissed me back. His hand tangled in my hair. His other arm wrapped around my waist, pulled me so close I could feel his heartbeat against mine. The kiss was desperate, like we were drowning and each other was air. When we finally broke apart, we were both breathing hard. "This is a mistake," he said. "I don't care." "You should." "But I don't." He pressed his forehead against mine. "What am I supposed to do with you? Keep me?" "I can't." "Why?" "Because I love you too much to destroy you." The confession shattered something inside me. Vincent. A phone rang. His phone. He pulled away, answered it. "Yes? When?" "I'll be there in 20 minutes." He hung up, looked at me with regret written all over his face. "I have to go. Business. I'll be back by morning." Is it dangerous? No more than usual. That's not reassuring. He kissed my forehead. "Lock the doors. Marcus is outside. You're safe." Vincent. "Yes. Come back to me." Something broke in his expression. "Always." Then he was gone, and I woke to the sound of breaking glass. My heart slammed into my throat. I grabbed my phone. No signal. The door to my room opened. A shadow stood in the doorway. Not Vincent. Too tall. Too thin. "Hello, Miss Miller." The voice was smooth, accented. "We haven't been properly introduced. My name is Constantine Vega." I scrambled back against the headboard. "Get out." He stepped into the room, turned on the lamp. He was older than I expected. Maybe 50. Silver hair. Expensive suit. A face that looked kind until you saw his eyes. His eyes were empty. "Where's Marcus?" I demanded. "The guard? Asleep. Don't worry. He'll wake up with nothing worse than a headache." Constantine sat in the chair by the window, made himself comfortable. "We need to have a conversation, you and I. I have nothing to say to you, but I have much to say to you." He crossed his legs. "You're very pretty. I can see why Vincent is taken with you. He always did have a weakness for lost things." "I'm not lost." "No? Then what are you doing in his home? In his bed? Playing dress-up in his world?" Each word was a carefully aimed knife. "He cares about you," Constantine continued. "That much is obvious. Do you know how rare that is? Vincent doesn't care about anyone. Not since his brother died. But you've made him vulnerable. And vulnerability is something I can use. What do you want? I want Vincent back where he belongs. In the family. In the business. He thinks he can walk away, build a legitimate empire, pretend his blood isn't soaked in the same soil as mine. But blood calls to blood, Miss Miller. He'll never go back to you. Constantine smiled.
He will.
Because I'm going to give him a choice. Come back willingly or watch you die slowly. Ice flooded my veins. He'd kill you first. Perhaps. But here's what you don't understand about Vincent. His greatest strength is his greatest weakness. He protects what he loves. And love makes men predictable. Controllable. Constantine stood. Walked to the bed. Looked down at me like I was a chess piece. So here's what's going to happen. In 6 days, you'll attend the Chancellor's Gala with Vincent. You'll smile. You'll dance. And when the moment is right, you'll deliver him a message from me. I won't. He pulled out a phone. Showed me the screen. My mother. In her hospital bed. Asleep. A man in black stood in the corner of her room. One word from me, Constantine said softly, and she never wakes up. Or you do exactly what I say, and she gets her surgery. Lives a long, happy life. Never knows her daughter saved her. I couldn't breathe. What's the message? Come home, Vincent. Before I burn down everything you love. Constantine pocketed his phone. Say it back to me. Come home, Vincent. Before I burn down everything you love. Good girl. He walked to the door.
Paused.
Oh, and Miss Miller? If you tell Vincent about this conversation, I'll know. And your mother will pay the price. Do we understand each other? I nodded.
Couldn't speak.
Couldn't move. He left as quietly as he'd come. I sat in the dark, shaking, realizing I'd been played from the very beginning. This was never about a graduation gala. Never about justice for Vincent's brother. It was a trap. And I was the bait. Vincent came back at sunrise. He found me in the kitchen, drinking coffee, trying to look normal. You're up early, he said. Couldn't sleep. He studied my face. What's wrong? Nothing. Josie. I'm fine. Just nervous about the gala. He didn't believe me. I could see it in his eyes. But he didn't push. I have something for you, he said. He pulled a small box from his pocket. Inside was a necklace. Simple. Silver. With a pendant shaped like a crescent moon. It was my mother's, Vincent said quietly. She gave it to me before she died. Told me to give it to someone who made me believe in light again. Tears burned my eyes. I can't accept this. Yes, you can. Vincent. He took the necklace from the box. Clasped it around my neck. His fingers brushed my skin. Perfect, he murmured. I turned to face him. Wanted to tell him everything. About Constantine.
About the threat.
About the trap. But I saw my mother's face on that phone screen. Saw the man in the shadows. And I swallowed the truth. Thank you, I whispered instead. He kissed my forehead. 5 more days. Then this is all over. 5 more days, I thought. 5 more days until I destroy the only man I've ever loved. I tried to keep it together. Tried to act normal. But Vincent knew something was wrong. Talk to me, he said on the second night. We were in the library again. Fire burning. Wine glasses between us. There's nothing to talk about. You're lying. I'm not. Look at me. I did. Whatever it is, he said, we'll handle it together. But you have to tell me. I wanted to. God, I wanted to. But I kept seeing my mother. Kept hearing Constantine's voice. If you tell him, she dies. I'm just scared, I said. Which was true. About the gala. About what happens after. Vincent moved to the couch beside me. Took my hand. After the gala, you're free. The money's already been wired to the hospital. Your mother's surgery is scheduled for December 12th. Everything's arranged. And you? What happens to you? I disappear for a while. Like I said. Will I ever see you again? He looked at our joined hands. Do you want to? Yes. Even knowing what I am? What I've done? I don't care about your past, Vincent. I care about who you are now, who you are with me. He lifted my hand, kissed my knuckles. You make me want to be better, he said softly. You make me want to be the man you think I am. You already are that man.
No.
I'm not. But for you, I'll try to be. He pulled me close. I rested my head on his chest, listened to his heartbeat, and hated myself for what I was going to do to him. I couldn't do it. Couldn't betray him. Couldn't deliver Constantine's message and watch Vincent walk into a trap. At midnight, I made my decision. I found Vincent in his office, working late, papers everywhere. We need to talk, I said. He looked up, saw my face. What happened? Constantine came to see me 5 nights ago, while you were gone. Vincent went very still. What did you just say? He broke into the house, came to my room. Vincent was on his feet, across the room, hands on my shoulders. Did he hurt you?
No.
But he showed me something. I pulled out my phone, showed him the photo I'd secretly taken of Constantine's screen. My mother, the man in the shadows. Vincent's face went pale. He said if I didn't deliver a message to you at the gala, he'd kill her. And if I told you about this conversation, he'd know. My voice broke.
I'm sorry.
I should have told you immediately. But I was scared and I didn't know what to do, and Vincent pulled me into his arms, held me so tight I could barely breathe. It's okay, he murmured. It's okay. You're okay. He's using me to trap you. I know. The gala is a setup. I know. I pulled back. You knew. I suspected. Constantine's been too quiet. That's always when he's most dangerous. Vincent cupped my face. But I didn't know he'd threatened you. Threatened your mother. What do we do? We changed the plan.
How?
His eyes went cold. Hard. The way they'd been that first night in the diner. We give him what he wants. Vincent, no. Not really. But we make him think he's won. We go to the gala. You deliver the message. And while Constantine thinks he's trapped me, he smiled. A wolf smile. I spring a trap of my own. What kind of trap? The kind that ends this, once and for all. The night of the gala arrived. I put on the midnight blue dress. Vincent fastened his mother's necklace around my throat. You're beautiful, he said. I'm terrified. Me too. Really? I'm terrified of losing you. He turned me to face him. Whatever happens tonight, promise me something.
What?
If things go wrong, if I tell you to run, you run. You don't look back.
You don't try to save me.
You just go. Promise me. Vincent. Promise me, Josie. Tears filled my eyes. I promise. He kissed me then.
Deep. Desperate.
Like it might be the last time. When we broke apart, he pressed something into my hand. A small device. Like a panic button. If you're in danger, press this. Marcus will come for you. No matter what. I closed my fingers around it. The car was waiting outside. We drove through the city in silence. Holding hands. Knowing everything was about to change. The Grand Belmont Hotel rose before us like a castle made of light. Vincent helped me out of the car. Offered his arm. Ready? He asked. I took his arm. Lifted my chin. Let's end this. We walked through the doors. Into a room full of chandeliers and champagne and people in expensive clothes. The senator was there, surrounded by admirers. Constantine was there too, in the shadows, watching, waiting. And somewhere in this room, violence was waiting to be born. Vincent leaned close. Remember, stay close to me, no matter what. The music started. We stepped onto the dance floor, and the game began. Drop a comment. Are you Team Vincent or Team Run Away and Never Look Back? The ballroom was full of beautiful eyes. Women in designer gowns. Men in $1,000 suits. Everyone pretending they were good people doing good things. Vincent, and I danced in the center of it all. His hand on my waist. My hand on his shoulder. To everyone watching, we looked perfect together. They didn't know I could feel his heart racing through his chest. Didn't know mine was beating just as fast. He's watching, Vincent murmured. North corner. Don't look. I didn't. The senator? East balcony. Talking to the chancellor. When do we?
Soon.
First, we have to play the part. So we danced, and smiled, and pretended everything was fine. A woman approached when the song ended. Older. Diamonds everywhere. Vincent Morrow. I haven't seen you at one of these events in years. Mrs. Patterson. Vincent's smile was charming.
Perfect. Fake.
May I introduce my companion, Josephine Miller. The woman looked at me like I was a bug she'd found in her soup. Miller. I don't know that family. Probably because my family doesn't have a family name on buildings, I said sweetly. We're more the work 3 jobs to survive type. Vincent's hand tightened on my waist. Mrs. Patterson's smile froze. How quaint. She turned back to Vincent. Your father would be so disappointed to see you with. My father is dead, Vincent said coldly, and his opinions died with him. If you'll excuse us. He guided me away. Sorry, I whispered. I shouldn't have. Don't apologize. She's a vulture. You are perfect. He led me to the balcony, away from the crowd. The night air was cool. Are you okay? He asked.
No.
I'm pretending to be someone I'm not, in a room full of people who hate me, waiting for a mobster to try to kill us. I'm fantastic. He almost smiled. When this is over. Don't.
What?
Don't make promises about after. Not until we survive tonight. He pulled me close, rested his forehead against mine. I'm going to get you out of this. I swear it. Vincent Morrow. A voice behind us.
Smooth.
Familiar.
Deadly.
Constantine stepped onto the balcony. Vincent didn't let go of me, but his entire body tensed. Constantine. You look well. Domestic life suits you. Constantine's eyes slid to me. And you must be the lovely Josephine. We've met before, haven't we? My throat went dry. Vincent's hand moved to my waist. Protective. Leave her out of this. But she's already in it. Aren't you, dear? Constantine smiled. Tell him. Tell him about our conversation. I already know, Vincent said. She told me everything. Constantine's smile faded. Did she now? You threatened her mother, broke into my home, terrorized an innocent woman, all to send me a message. Vincent's voice was ice. So here I am, receiving it. What do you want? You know what I want. Come back. Take your place in the family. Stop pretending you're something you're not. I'm never coming back. Then your little waitress and her mother will die. Slowly, painfully, and you'll watch. Vincent moved, so fast I barely saw it. 1 second, Constantine was standing there, smug. The next, Vincent had him against the balcony railing, hand around his throat. Touch her and I'll kill you, Vincent said quietly. Not quickly, not cleanly. I'll take everything from you first. Your territory, your men, your reputation. And then, when you have nothing left, I'll end you. Constantine's face was turning red, but he managed to laugh. You can't kill me without starting a war. Watch me. Vincent. My hand on his arm. Don't. He's not worth it. For a long moment, Vincent didn't move. Then he released Constantine. Stepped back. Constantine gasped for air. Straightened his tie. You've gone soft, he wheezed. The old Vincent would have dropped me off this balcony. The old Vincent didn't have anything to lose, Vincent said. Now I do. Which makes me more dangerous. Not less. We'll see about that. Constantine looked at me. Enjoy the gala, Miss Miller. It may be your last. He left. I was shaking. Vincent pulled me into his arms. It's okay. You're okay. He's going to kill us.
No.
He's not. How can you be so sure? Because I have something he doesn't. What? Vincent smiled. A guardian angel. Before I could ask what he meant, his phone buzzed. He checked it. His expression changed. It's time. For what? The senator just went to the private lounge. Second floor. He'll be alone for exactly 8 minutes. Vincent took my hand. Come with me. We moved through the hotel like ghosts. Vincent knew every hallway, every camera, every blind spot. How do you know this place so well? I whispered. I used to own it. What? 5 years ago. Before I went legitimate. I sold it to a holding company. He pulled me into an alcove as a security guard passed. But I still know all its secrets. We reached the second floor. The private lounge was at the end of the hall. 2 security guards stood outside. Stay here, Vincent said. What are you going to? But he was already moving. He walked up to the guards like he belonged there. Gentlemen, Mr. Moreau, I'm expected. No one's allowed in while the senator is. Vincent pulled out his phone. Showed them something. Both guards went pale. They stepped aside. Vincent gestured for me. I hurried to his side. What did you show them? I whispered as we entered. A photo of them accepting bribes from Constantine. Sometimes information is better than violence. The lounge was empty except for one man. Senator Holbrook. He looked up from his drink.
Frowned.
I'm sorry, this is a private, he saw Vincent. The color drained from his face. You. Hello, Senator. We need to talk. I have nothing to say to you. Then listen. Vincent sat down across from him, gestured for me to sit beside him. This is Josephine Miller. She's a witness. Whatever happens in this room, she'll remember. Tell the police. Testify in court. Do you understand? The senator's eyes darted between us. What do you want? The USB drive you keep in your jacket pocket? The one with evidence of your embezzlement. The one that proves you murdered my brother.
Holbrook laughed.
But it was a nervous sound. I don't know what you're. Thomas Moreau. Investigative journalist. His car went off a bridge 3 years ago. You had his brakes cut. You can't prove that. Not yet. But the drive can. Vincent leaned forward. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to give me that drive. And in return, I won't kill you right here in this room. You wouldn't dare. There are hundreds of people downstairs. Security everywhere. You're right. Which is why I have a better idea. Vincent pulled out his phone. Pressed a button. The television on the wall turned on. It showed security footage. The senator's office. The senator himself talking to someone off screen. Just make it look like an accident. I don't care how. The senator's face went white as snow. That's you, Vincent said calmly. Ordering my brother's death. I've had this footage for 2 years. Been waiting for the right moment to use it. Tonight feels right. Where did you get that? Your own security system. You really should change your passwords more often. Vincent stood. The drive.
Now.
Or this footage goes to every news station in the city. Along with the financial records I've already compiled. You'll be arrested before midnight. Holbrook's hand shook as he reached into his jacket.
Pulled out a small USB drive.
Set it on the table. Vincent picked it up. Examined it. This is everything? Yes. If you're lying. It's everything. Just take it and go. Vincent pocketed the drive. Looked at me. We're done here. We stood to leave. Moreau. The senator's voice stopped us. Your brother, he was a good man. He didn't deserve what happened. Vincent turned.
No.
He didn't. But at least now, he'll have justice. We left the lounge. Walked quickly down the hall. We did it. I breathed. We actually did it. Not yet. We still have to get out of here. We turned a corner.
And stopped.
Constantine stood at the end of the hallway, with 10 men behind him, all armed. Going somewhere? Constantine asked. Vincent's hand found mine. Squeezed once. A message. Trust me. Let her go, Vincent said. This is between you and me. Oh, but she's the best part. Constantine walked forward. His men stayed back, blocking the only exit. You see, I knew you'd go after the senator tonight.
Knew you couldn't resist.
So, I let you have your little victory. Let you get the drive. And now. He smiled. Now I'll take it from you. Along with everything else. You can't kill us here. Too many witnesses. Who said anything about killing you here? Constantine pulled out a gun.
Pointed it at me.
You're going to walk out of this hotel with me. Quietly.
Calmly.
And your girlfriend is going to smile and nod and not make a scene. Because if she does, I shoot her. Then I shoot you. Then I walk downstairs and shoot her mother in her hospital bed. Do we understand each other? My blood turned to ice. Vincent's jaw clenched.
Fine.
Just don't hurt her. Smart boy. Constantine gestured with the gun. Move. We walked. Down a service staircase. Through the kitchen. Out a back door. Into an alley where 3 black cars waited. Constantine's men surrounded us. Get in the middle car, Constantine ordered. Where are we going? I asked. Somewhere we can talk privately. Without interruption. Vincent's hand was still in mine. He squeezed again. 3 times.
Fast.
A signal. But for what? We got in the car. Constantine slid in beside us. 2 men in front. 2 in back. The car started moving. The drive. Constantine held out his hand. Vincent reached into his pocket.
Pulled out the USB drive.
Constantine took it. Examined it. Smiled. Perfect. And now. The car exploded. Not literally. But the front windshield shattered. The driver slumped forward. The car swerved. Vincent moved. He grabbed me. Threw himself over me as bullets ripped through the car. Glass everywhere. Screaming. The car crashed into something.
Stopped.
Silence. Vincent lifted his head. Are you hurt?
No.
What? He pulled me out of the car. Into chaos. Constantine's men were scattered.
Some down.
Some running. And standing in the middle of it all, holding a rifle, was a man I'd never seen before.
Tall. Broad.
Military bearing. Marcus, Vincent called. The man nodded. Got your signal, boss. Signal? I looked at Vincent. Remember when I said I had a guardian angel? Vincent smiled grimly. Meet Marcus Kane. Ex-Special Forces. My head of security. And the best shot in the city. Marcus moved toward us. Efficient. Professional. Constantine. There. Vincent pointed. Constantine was crawling out of the wreck. Blood on his face. But alive. Marcus raised his rifle. No, Vincent said. Boss. I need him alive. For now. Marcus lowered the weapon. Vincent walked to Constantine. Grabbed him by his collar. Pulled him to his feet. This ends tonight, Vincent said. You tried to use her against me. Big mistake. Constantine spit blood. You can't win. I have an army. Had an army. Past tense. While you were busy watching me, I was busy buying your men. Offering them better pay. Better treatment. A better boss. Vincent's smile was cold. You have nothing left, Constantine. No territory. No soldiers. No power. Just debts and enemies. You wouldn't. I already did. Check your phone. Your accounts are frozen. Your properties seized. Your lieutenants have all flipped. It's over. Constantine's face crumbled. You destroyed me.
Yes.
Like you tried to destroy me. Vincent released him. Let him fall to the ground. But unlike you, I'm going to let you live. Because death would be mercy. And I'm not feeling merciful. He turned to Marcus. Call the police. Anonymous tip. Tell them Constantine Vega is in this alley. Along with evidence of murder, extortion, and racketeering. On it. Vincent took my hand. Come on. We're leaving. What about the senator? Already taken care of. He showed me his phone. A news alert. Breaking, Senator Holbrook arrested on embezzlement and murder charges. I sent the footage and the drive contents to 6 different news outlets while we were in the car. It went live 2 minutes ago. By morning, he'll be finished. I stared at him. At this man who'd planned everything. Who'd protected me. Who destroyed his enemies without breaking a sweat. Who are you? I whispered. He cupped my face. I'm the man who loves you. That's all that matters. My mother's surgery was a success. The doctors said she'd make a full recovery. I sat by her hospital bed, holding her hand, crying for the first time in weeks. "Baby girl, what's wrong?" she asked weakly. "Nothing, Mama. Everything's perfect." "Then why are you crying?" "Because I'm happy. Because you're going to be okay." She squeezed my hand. "Tell me about this boy." "What boy?" "The one who paid for my surgery. The one you're in love with." My heart stopped. "How did you?" "I'm your mother. I know everything." She smiled. "Is he good to you?" "Yes." "Does he make you happy?" "Yes." "Then that's all I need to know." Vincent appeared in the doorway, holding flowers, looking nervous. "Mrs. Miller?" "I'm Vincent Morrow," my mother said. "I know who you are. Come here." He approached slowly, handed her the flowers. She looked at him for a long moment, then said, "Thank you for saving my daughter, for saving me." "I'd do anything for her," Vincent said quietly. "I believe you."
She looked at me.
"Go on. Get out of here. I need my rest. And you two need to talk." We stood in the parking lot under the stars, not touching. The distance between us felt like an ocean. "I'm leaving tomorrow," Vincent said. "Like I told you, things with Constantine are settled, but there are still loose ends."
Threats.
"I need to disappear for a while until everything calms down." "How long?" 6 months. Maybe a year." My chest ached. "That's a long time." "I know. And after? When you come back?" He looked at me. Really looked at me. "I don't know. This life, it's not the one you deserve, Josie. You should finish school. Become a teacher. Find someone normal. Someone safe. Someone who doesn't have enemies and blood on his hands." "What if I don't want someone normal?" "You should." "But I don't." I stepped closer. "I want you. All of you. The darkness and the light. The danger and the safety. The past and the future. I want all of it. Josie." "I love you, Vincent. I don't care about your world or your history or any of it. I just care about you." His eyes closed. "You're asking me to let you into a life that could get you killed."
No.
"I'm asking you to love me back. The rest, we'll figure out together." He opened his eyes, and I saw the decision forming. "If I do this," he said slowly, "if I let you in, there's no going back. You'll be tied to me, to my world, forever. I know. You'll have enemies, dangers. People will try to use you to get to me. I know. Your life will never be normal again." "Good." I took his hand. Normal was lonely. Normal was invisible. Normal was slowly dying while pretending to be alive. "You made me feel real for the first time in my life. That's worth any price." He pulled me close, kissed me like I was oxygen and he'd been drowning. When we broke apart, he pressed his forehead to mine. "Come with me," he whispered. "What?" "Tomorrow. When I leave."
Come with me.
"We'll disappear together. Start over somewhere no one knows us.
Just for a while.
Until it's safe to come back." "What about school?" "My life here." "Bring your books. Study remotely. We'll find a small town. A quiet place. You can work on your degree. I'll handle business from a distance. And when it's safe, we'll come home. Together." "You mean it?" "I've never meant anything more in my life." I kissed him.
Soft. Sweet.
"A promise." "Okay," I whispered against his lips. "Let's disappear." The house was small, overlooking the ocean, far from the city, far from the danger, far from everything except each other. I sat on the porch, coffee in hand, watching the sunrise. Vincent came outside, wrapped a blanket around my shoulders. "You're up early," he said. "Couldn't sleep. Too excited." "About." I showed him my laptop screen. An acceptance letter. From the graduate program I'd applied to. Full scholarship. Starting in the fall. "Josie." His face lit up. "This is incredible." "I know. I can't believe it." He pulled me to my feet, spun me around, kissed me until I was dizzy. "I'm so proud of you," he murmured. "We're going back to the city," I said. "It's time." "Are you sure?"
Yes.
Constantine is in prison. The senator is awaiting trial. Your business is thriving. And I miss my mom. He smiled. Okay, let's go home. We stood together, watching the ocean. Two broken people who'd found each other in the darkness. And built something beautiful. Vincent. Yes, thank you. For giving me a life worth living. He kissed my temple. Thank you for giving me a reason to live it. I stood in front of my classroom. 23 students staring back at me. Today, we're going to talk about poetry, I said. About how words can save us, change us, make us brave enough to chase impossible things. A hand raised in the back. Yes. Have you ever done something impossible, Professor Miller-Moreau? I smiled, touched the crescent moon necklace at my throat. Once upon a time, I said, I fell in love with a dangerous man. Everyone said it was impossible, that it would destroy me. But instead, it saved me. What happened to him? Another student asked. I married him.
Gasps.
Giggles. But that's a story for another day. Now, open your books to page 47. After class, I gathered my things. My phone buzzed. A text from Vincent. Dinner tonight? Our place at 7? I smiled. It's a date. I walked out of the classroom, into the hallway, and there he was, leaning against the wall, hands in his pockets, waiting for me, like he always did, like he always would. You're early, I said. Couldn't wait. I kissed him, right there in the hallway, not caring who saw. I love you, I whispered. I love you more. Impossible. Want a bet? We walked out together, hand in hand, two people who'd survived the impossible and built a life worth living. If you made it this far, you're part of something special. This story found you for a reason. Drop a comment in the community section one last time. Tell me, what would you have done in Josie's place? Would you have taken the deal? Would you have risked everything for love? I want to know.